What's up, guys? I'm gonna be doing another video. This is gonna be regarding this game called, well, I mean, everybody's familiar with Super Mario 64, right? So there's this thing called Render96 that enables you to play Super Mario 64 on your PC. As long as you got the ROM, you gotta provide your own ROM, you know. So you can either dump your game in, using a device or hardware to dump your cartridge, so that you can use the ROM dump on your PC, and then you can do whatever you want. And then after you do that, basically this thing is a this process will enable you to play it at a higher resolution. Not only that, and higher textures. It makes the game look like the Japanese box art for Super Mario 64. That's why it looks great. So I'm gonna be using, to control this game, I'm gonna be using this. Yeah, you see this? This is a Nintendo 64, but instead of a it's a USB, as you can see the other end of this, and you can see it's almost a replica. And you can map the buttons. So I'm gonna be using this controller to control the. Let me plug it in real quick. There we go. That way I can use that controller. So meanwhile, we're gonna go ahead and download. Like I said, you need your own ROM, so I'm not gonna be providing that. You're gonna have to find one yourself, or you can dump your own cartridge, or it has to be the Z64. So basically Super Mario 64.Z64, so you can use, that's the only version that works for this. So what you're gonna do is we're gonna type in Render96. We're gonna type in Super Mario 64 Render96. There's a lot of places, but this is actually allowed because this doesn't supply you with the ROM itself. It only basically renders it in this high resolution. So let's go ahead, and it's right here. So render retro aesthetics, Render96. It makes the game look really good, basically. So let's see. Let's go back. Okay, so after that, you're gonna go to this website, and Microsoft basically has it. And you're gonna need to download the .NET framework. This one right here. Oops. Let's go back. Okay, so you're gonna go to microsoft.com/en-us/download/.NET framework, and then you're gonna find download .NET framework 4.8, or you can just type that in. You're gonna click on this one that says runtime. So that's what you're gonna need. You're not gonna need this one. You're gonna need the runtime one. Once you're done that, you're gonna click on this, and then you're gonna click on downloads, then save. It's gonna save that on your downloads, and then after that, you're gonna install it. Click on this to install it. And if we see something that says, "Do you want to allow this app to make changes to your device?" Click yes. Then it's gonna install that. I'm gonna put that in the description of the video, so you guys can install it yourself if you haven't done so. So before we proceed any further, after I install the .NET framework, we're gonna disable the, what do you call that? So once you've seen this, if you already have it, you don't need to worry about it. Then you don't need to continue. Then I already installed the latest. Your installation will not occur. See below for reasons why. .NET framework 4.8 or a later update is already installed on this computer. So just close that. So, but I'll put this on the description anyway, so you guys can, install it yourself. If you have not installed it, you can install it. After that, let's go ahead and disable I'm gonna go down here and disable the antivirus. I have Avast, so I'm gonna right click on Avast, and then manage shields, and then we're gonna disable permanently. That way it doesn't interfere, and then click OK. let's do one more. Right click, manage shields, disable permanently. After that, you're gonna go to MSYS. We're gonna install this one. So you're gonna go to github.com/MSYS2 /MSYS2 installer /releases /tag nightly /nightly x8664. You're gonna get the nightly installer build. So I think this is a different. Let's see if it's the latest. I think it has to be a specific one, right? Okay, that's the latest build. So okay, I'll put this in the link in the description link. So it's in GitHub if you want to get it. But like I said, I'll put the link on the description of this video, so you guys can click on it yourself. So once you're here, you're gonna go down to assets down here. If it's not, if it's not revealed, you click on this arrow for this, and it'll reveal all the downloadables files that you can download. So there's different ones here that has. So I don't know. I'm not gonna use the Linux one because I'm using my Windows. So what I'm gonna do is scroll down here until I find the one that says latest MSYS2 x8664 latest.exe. We're gonna click on that, and then it's gonna download it. And click on download and save. It's gonna go to your download, and then we're gonna install this by double clicking here. Once you see this window that says Windows protected your PC, Microsoft Defender Smart Screen prevented an unrecognized app from starting. Running this app might put your PC at risk. Click on more info. Even though it's an unpublisher, you can trust this. I've already tried it. Then click run away. Run anyway. We're gonna need this in order for the Render96 to function. So once you've seen this, welcome to the MSYS2 setup. Click next. I'm gonna leave this installed on the C drive, but like I said, if you replace this and move it somewhere else like D or whatever, or an external drive, it might mess up. So I just leave it installed on C. But once we start the Render96 one, it's gonna be okay to install it somewhere else, even if it's not on C drive. So it's gonna compile that stuff that we're gonna mess around with. So just leave it as it is. That way it doesn't cause any issues. But make sure your antivirus is disabled. That way it doesn't cause any issues or block any files. Click next, and then click next again. Show details if you want to see, and then it's gonna install the MSYS2. So just wait for it and wait for it to finish. It shouldn't take long. So depending on how powerful and how fast your computer is, your RAM, your CPU, it might take quite a bit. So but if you have the latest hardware, then it should be no problem. So just wait for it. It's at 50% right now, but there you go. It's done. See, done. Writing maintenance. Installation finished. All components installed. Click next, and then don't run it. So you're gonna, once you've seen the screen right here that says MSYS has now been installed on your computer, you will find your installation in this location on your computer. C drive C:/MSYS64. That's the folder. Click finish to close the MSYS setup. So you don't want to run this. You're gonna uncheck this box and leave it blank. That way, when you click finish, it's not going to run it. So now we're done with this part. Next, we're gonna go to where you can download this required files. Okay, once you've installed MSYS2 or MSYS, you're gonna go to this link right here. That's one that says m64pc.info /m64pcbuilder2 /. So this is where you're gonna download this builder, which is what we're gonna need. And like I said, you're gonna need to provide your own ROM of Super Mario 64. It has to be the .Z, which is Z, like Zordon or the Z Sword or Dragon Ball Z. Z, not C, Z. So Z. So basically, you're gonna provide your Z64 version of your Super Mario 64. It has to be Z64. So you're gonna download that's the ROM that's needed for this. You're gonna download this builder, SM64 PC builder, right there. Right there. We're gonna click on this folder. Alright, so I open it. So now we're here. So what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna extract this on another location. Let me look inside it real quick. Okay, yeah. We're gonna. So normally people will install this on their C drive, but I want to move this to. Okay, so we're in. Okay, so we're inside this folder right here. Once you're inside, you're gonna see this file right here that says M64 PC Builder. You're gonna double click that. Make sure your antivirus is disabled. Remember that. See, mine's in disabled. Let's do one more. Right click, manage shields, disable permanently. Okay, and then double click on this so you can run it. 64 PC Builder. So now we're gonna be on this. You can finally run Render96EX. So once you've seen this, we're gonna do some stuff, okay? So make sure you follow along carefully. What you're gonna do first is go to Repo. We're gonna be on the source first. You're gonna choose Render96EX, and then for the branch it's gonna be tester. And then what you're gonna do next is, before we proceed, I just leave this running. So I'm gonna drag the Super Mario 64 ROM here into the builder. Right here, that's the Z64, close this, and then as you can see, it's the .Z64. This is the one I'm talking about. That's the ROM you're gonna need. We're gonna go ahead and close this. So we'll go ahead and proceed with this. Let's see. If you have a different format folder like an N64, you can go to web swapper. Basically, you can go to hack64.net. Run this, and then if you have let's say .N6N instead of Z, you can open the N and then input it, and then it will transform that N64 to the Z64 right here. So I'm gonna put this in the description of the video as well, the web swapper. So this is the link, hack64.net. Like I said, I'll put it on the description. You guys can use it. So yeah, this is what you can use if you're trying to turn your N64 into a Z64 file. Okay, so yeah, basically that's how you convert the N64 to the Z64, which is what you'll need for this. So alright, let's go ahead and start the builder. So before you do anything else, like I said, go to source, make sure in repo you're chosen Render96EX. For branch, it's tester. And then you're gonna go to options. You're gonna go to Savable Options down here. Click on that, and then we're gonna look at here and see it's version American. On Render API, make sure it's OpenGL is selected, and then make sure that repo is checked. Everything else looks good. So once you're done that, let's see. Okay, now that you've done all the ones that I've selected, make sure like I said, you selected the ones and make sure this is checked. OpenGL selected. Go back to source. Make sure Render96EX is selected and tester is selected. Okay. So what we're gonna do next is click download. This is important. So click on download, and then you're gonna see click OK to install missing MSYS2 dependencies. Git make Python 3 P7 zip MINGW GCC glue SDL2 and binutils. Then click OK, and it should start its thing. So there you go. Just wait for it. Make sure your antivirus software is disabled so it doesn't interrupt this downloading process. So it might take quite a bit depending on how powerful or fast your PC is. For mine, it's pretty powerful. I got 64 gigs of RAM, and I'm running it. See, this is a pretty old CPU, but I wouldn't call it a weak CPU. It's just older. I got an i7 8700K. I really wanted to upgrade that, because I've been building a new PC. Want to replace mine, but because I got a new motherboard. And I just gotta get a new CPU, and I could easily grab a new GPU later. So that's what I'm trying to work on. But the PC I'm using right now is my older one. I could easily transfer the RAM to the new one. So just let this thing do its thing. Don't interrupt it and let it finish it. It shouldn't take long, like I said. It's gonna install, and this will probably close on its own. It'll take you back to the Super Mario M64 PC builder once it's done. I think it's just downloading it. It's not compiling, it's just downloading it right now. It's pretty warm right now. It's like it's 80 degrees actually outside, 80 degrees Fahrenheit, and it's 4 p.m. in the afternoon. See right there, it says Avast, uninstall Avast. It's garbage and will keep your install. At the very least, make sure it's disabled or add your MSYS2 and game emulators folder as exclusions. So yeah, like I said, make sure that it's disabled. That's what I usually do. I disable it whenever I'm doing something like this. Yeah, I just disable it. Make sure it's completely disabled. All of the shields, the wire stuff. That way, like I said, this is not interrupted and it can flow smoothly. You know, it'll flow smoothly and it's not gonna be any issues. Just let it do its thing. Like I said, if your computer can handle this and it doesn't freeze up, then you're good. But if it can't, make sure everything is closed. Anything running in the background, make sure it's shut. You know, shut off, or I mean close. Just close all the, or any apps or files or anything running like YouTube or games or, you know, any background process that's running in your PC or laptop. So I don't know what you're gonna run this on, so yeah, make sure to disable those. That way it doesn't interrupt this process. It is extracting all the things. Just let it do its thing. Like that, it'll get finished eventually. You just gotta be patient. See it extracting textures, levels, etc., etc. If you want to wait, you can do some other things like grab a snack or whatever, go to the bathroom. I don't know. Extracting sound. Okay, it's done. So we're gonna go to the next process, or the next thing to proceed. Okay, so we're gonna go to the next process. So now that you've done the download one, we're gonna go to models on here. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna choose pack right here. You don't want to choose just one. If you choose one of these, it'll only choose the one for that specific. So all you want to do is choose pack. Then you're gonna choose Render96. Okay. Yeah, like I said, if you choose pack, it'll choose all the characters. So just choose pack. What you're gonna do is choose Render96 right here. Check it. Check the box beside it, and then it'll show Install DynOS Packs. I guess DynOS operating system. So you're gonna install that, and then we're gonna see what's next. Make sure, like I said, your antivirus software is disabled so it doesn't interrupt anything. So just let it run its course, and it'll finish. And depending on, like I said, how powerful your PC is, may take quite a bit of time, and yeah, it'll finish as long as there's nothing blocking your files. And there you go, it's done. And then once it's done, you're gonna go to DynOS. That's the one we just acquired. See, DynOS Packs, Luigi, Mario, Wario. So we're gonna go down, skip that to levels. So what you're gonna do is we're gonna choose all the levels. See, you can see the authors. I'm sure they're probably gonna make more, because these are like fan-made stuff. So you know, these are like playable levels that Render96. So you're gonna check all the boxes here, because we want to try them all. See, Womps, Fortress, Jolly Roger. If you play Super Mario 64, you will be familiar with these names, I mean. So check them all, and then that's the levels. You're gonna go down to patches, and then here I'm not really gonna check anything here because I don't want to mess around with debug or non-stop or whatever. So if you want, but I've heard there's issues. If you try the debug level, checked it, it somehow messes up the thing when you start running it. So I'll leave it blank. Then after patches, we're gonna go to textures, and then let's see. So you can see custom. Oh, my bad. Gonna go to see patches, textures. So what you're gonna do here is choose Render96 HD. That's the one. That's the only one you need. So everything else, ignored it. So you're gonna scroll down and look for the one that says Render96 HD. I guess high definition. Click that. Okay, and then we're gonna install it. You're gonna click install. Let's go back to patches. Levels. Yeah, okay. We've done that. We've done levels. I'm just trying to recheck patches. I leave that unchecked. All these are checked. Already done DynOS. Gonna go down to textures. So we're gonna choose Render96 HD for that. Double checking, man, just making sure. We're gonna click install, and then you're gonna wait again. More waiting, you know. That's it, you know, just wait. And then the next step will be after this. Like I said, make sure you got I don't know, if you can fit this game, then it shouldn't be huge. It's probably a couple gigabytes. It's not even close to 5 gigs, I think. You've got plenty of space. Like if you got 100 gigs of storage, you could probably run this. But if your PC is not powerful enough, like I got an RTX 3070, and I could run this no problem. This game, I mean this Render96 PC port of Super Mario 64. Like I said, I'm not gonna help you guys provide the ROM. You're gonna have to get it yourself, you know. Like I said, that's on you, man. You'll have to find it yourself. So right now, Render96 HD is installed. Oops, keep clicking on that. Okay, so now that we've done that, we're gonna go to overview. So you can see all the stuff that you've done previously and chosen. Version American, OpenGL with the one we chosen. Devils are the ones from the one we just chosen. And once you're satisfied with all your choices, we'll be ready to compile. So what you're gonna do, like I said, I think there's some issues with normal or fast. We're gonna go with slow build. That way it doesn't, you know, mess it up or interrupt or whatever. We're gonna go slow. So yeah, choose slow here. Click on this and then choose slow. So So like I said, normal. Now I might mess it up, but and then when you're ready, you're gonna click on compile. Okay. So like it says, make sure your antivirus is uninstalled. Just saying, it might mess up your, you know, it might mess up this whole thing. Make sure, like I said. So right now, this thing is gonna compile this into my D drive. It's not on my C drive because I placed the M64 Builder PC2 on my D drive. So it's gonna compile it on that. I think it's gonna compile on its own folder there, but it's gonna be on D drive. That way, if something were to happen to my C drive, the only thing I need to worry about reinstalling, let's say my C drive crashed and it no longer works, and all my files, it corrupts the C drive, and I put a new drive in, all I really need to do is install MSYS again, MSYS2 to run this. It'll run fine, you know. As long as it's still on my D drive, all the compilation, you know, all the files, folders, assets, all that. If it's on the D drive, it won't be affected if it gets corrupted or crashes, since it's a separate drive. That's why I put it on the D drive, because it's safer. Because I use C drive mostly for this, like tasks, but D drive, it's barely touched, so I mostly store my games. That's where I store my that's where I install my games and store it. I store it there, and so like I said, yeah, there you go. So when you see the rainbow, it's close to getting done or whatever. It's compiling the thing. Then we're gonna use this. I bought this on, I think, Amazon. All I did was typed in a Nintendo 64 PC something USB with a USB plug or a cord. The other end of this is USB, I think 2.0, because it's white, and it's got all the, you know, you can use all the buttons are functioning properly. They all function properly. Already tested. But if you want to make sure, you can go to control panel and then check if all the buttons work. So it's different, I think, on Windows 11 if you want to check if your controller works. I'm gonna show you guys that in a little bit. And then we're gonna, you know, before we start again, we're gonna map the controls, and then we're gonna do all the good stuff, so you guys can see all, you know, all the how good the game looks when it's in this, when it's in Render96. It looks like it's RTX basically. It's RTX Super Mario 64. It doesn't look blocky anymore. It looks like actually how it looks in the cover, like on the box art when you buy the N64 box. That's how it looks. It looks like that. So all the characters, the models, looks really good. And I've seen it. The shadow, amazing. The audio though, I don't know if it did anything to the audio. It sounds the same, but it didn't really do anything special with the audio. I think it left the audio format the same. I don't know. But whatever. So yeah, like I said, just be patient with this. It'll get done, and then if you think it's frozen, just wait for it. It'll start. And we're gonna put the shortcut in. You can put the shortcut on your desktop or wherever you want. But since I got no more room on my desktop, I'm gonna put it somewhere else. But yeah. So yeah, just be patient with this thing. You know, you don't wanna rush it. Just like I said, I can do other tasks right now, but you know, because I got plenty of RAM, like 64 gigs of RAM. Like I said, I got the Vengeance, Corsair Vengeance, I think that's what it's called, Corsair Vengeance, 64 gig of RAM. It's really good. I've been using Corsair for a long time. It's also the same one I used for my previous computer setup. when I was only using 32 gigs of RAM, I was also using Corsair Vengeance. But I guess it allows you to do other things while you're doing this. But I don't want to do anything. It might corrupt this compilation. So like I said, you can see it up here on the, it says Render96 X tester US C drive MSYS2 SL 64-bit slow Windows 11. So yeah, I'm doing this on Windows 11 if you guys are wondering, which a lot of people hate right now, which I understand perfectly. I'm not gonna argue if your choice is not Windows 11, because Microsoft, like I said, it's true, they've been messing around and they screwed up big time with Windows 11 when they released it. It's not in the favor of the customers, or they're anti-consumer basically. Very, like against. So a lot of people are abandoning the Windows 11. Like I said, you guys might as well make your own, operating system that'll compete against Microsoft's. That's the problem, man. You guys allowed Microsoft to take control of the whole monopoly thing. Take control of the OS. Almost every computer on the planet runs Windows, and Linux is not even popular. It's not a lot of people use Linux. I mean, I've heard like some people switching to Linux, but it's you shouldn't have allowed Microsoft. You should have, like I said, you should have had like the public build, like a collaboration using public. Like around the world, software developers should have collaborated. Those who were actually desiring to create something that's different from Windows to compete against Windows. That way it'll force Windows to change their ways. But since you guys are so reliant on Windows, this is what happens, man. You guys keep using Windows, so now they're having their way. Microsoft, I mean. Like I said, just develop one that'll compete with Microsoft and teach them a lesson or something. That way it'll be like open source. That's what I'm trying to say. Open source, like OS that's available to the public to tweak and change and upgrade and whatever. Anyone in the planet can contribute on that open source OS, and that'll be something that'll give people an alternative to Windows, or even Linux, alternative to Linux or Windows. Something that's easy to install, very easy. Click install, boom. It works on older software and new software. You can create 2 versions of this open source OS. One that works on both 32-bit and 64-bit systems. Even computers as old as Windows 95, it should be able to work. If you try the 32-bit, and then the 64-bit should be the ones working for the latest, so that it can run the latest games, the latest software, the latest apps. That would, I'm just saying. See, I'm just giving ideas. I mean, I'm not a software developer, but you guys are so reliant on Windows. You see that's what happens. See, and now when they screw up, you guys get mad. Instead of developing your own, okay, I think it's almost done. See, when it stops, usually it's compilation is finished or almost finished. Okay, maybe not. Still. So these are assets. If you look carefully, it says later. Let's read some. DynOS FX. Trying to read, man. Level, see level, GFX, texture. See all the assets and stuff. It's compiling it. It's also compiling the audio. I'm sure that if this was done on an older computer, it would have taken forever. But since we now have the latest technology, it's pretty much no problem. I mean, look how fast it's going. This is like slow. Like I said, slow build is more safe, but this is only on slow build. It's not even the normal or fast build. Okay. I can drink some more water. Really want to finish the leaves outside. I've already raked the backyard, but now all I gotta do is bag the leaves, and I'll be done. I made like 5 piles of leaves, so each pile is like 4 bags, or 3, 4, or 5 bags, something like that. So it's gonna take a while. So that'll probably leave me with either something like between 15 to 20 bags of leaves that I need to bag. If I bag them all, it'll take that many, but that's fine as long as I get it done. But like I said, I've already compiled it in. Piled it up into a pile. I'm talking about the leaves that I raked in the backyard. So, and then after the backyard, I'm gonna go on the side, and then in the front. The front doesn't have anything anyway. It's like barely any leaves there, but I'll do it anyway. There's a couple here, probably. But okay, you see the rainbow pattern. That means it's nearly done. Just wait for it. You know, it's doing its compiling thing. Like I said, I don't understand how this compilation works. I guess it's compiling it into one functioning app or one functioning software, so that you can navigate through it as a game. Basically, once it's compiled, it's a game, turns into a whole game. Python 3. Okay, so shit's done, yo. That's funny. Look, read it. Congratulations. Build speed slow completed in 11 minutes 58 seconds. A Super Mario 64 Render 96 tester desktop shortcut has been created. And add your folders as exclusion. No, I don't need to. I click OK, and then okay, it opened it. So it's probably gonna run it. I don't know why it's in full screen though. Even though it looks like it's like that, but it's pretty much running. If you guys are wondering. So just wait for it. It looked like it's stuck, but it's running it right now. Just wait for it, and it'll start in a bit. There you go.
It's me, Mario! Hello!
Let's open up. Is it on the game? Open it. Okay, let's put it on. Game capture. So, where is it? There you go. Okay, see what I'm looking at? Look at the Mario.
So long, Bowser!
So long, Bowser.
Press start to play.
Just a second. Jeez. Okay, I think I already played it for a bit. Yes, let's go and delete it. Let's delete this one. So you can see I'm using this. You know what? Let's open the thing so you guys can see the buttons I'm pressing. Oh, that's not it.
Okie dokie.
Okay, so first you see the holidays. So how do you do that? Oh. Okay, I'm gonna leave it on this first. For some reason, full screen. Okay. Okay, at least you guys can see. So I'm gonna leave it on not full screen. We'll start over. Exit game. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and close this, and I'm gonna show you guys where it went. The folder. So it went on my desktop basically. So what I'm gonna do is drag it here. I'm gonna drag the shortcut. Wait, let me delete this one. This is the older one. We're gonna put this new one here. Okay, so that's the shortcut for this. So what you're gonna do is double click this to open the game. See this? That's the shortcut it created. It went on the desktop, so if you want to leave it on the desktop, that's fine, but since I don't have any room, I'm just gonna put it here for now, and then when I double click that, it'll open it like that. So yeah, just wait for it. Like I said, it'll takes a little bit of time to start, you know. You know why? I guess, I mean, depends on where there's
It's me, Mario.
I think it's stuck. It's not really stuck.
Hello.
And like I said, we're gonna go ahead and open joystick display so you guys can see my inputs. There we go. We're gonna map this. See if I can find the N64. There we go. Okay, just a sec. We're gonna for Windows 11 it's different. So what you're gonna do is go to Start.
So long, Bowser.
We're gonna type in joy.cpl
Press start to play.
and then press enter. Then you're gonna see this. That's how you do it. You go to the search right here, then joy.cpl, and you'll see this. And then choose your controller, click properties, and as you can see, the buttons work, even though it doesn't seem like it works at all. All the buttons work. At least the ones I need. Once you're done, you're gonna click OK. If you want to recalibrate, you go to Advanced, now Properties, Settings, then click on Calibrate. But I don't need to. Alright.
Press start
Go
to
ahead
play.
Okay, we're good. So okay, so okay. Alright, let's go ahead and try the game.
Press start to play.
See if we can. Let's do this now. You guys can see, like I said. This is running on 60 FPS by the way. Start. We'll go ahead and start it on this way. You can
Okie dokie.
start. Oh wait, what the? It skipped it. Wait, what the? Let's go ahead and start over.
It's me, Mario. Hello.
Oh wait, that already started. Okay. Let's delete that.
Okie dokie.
Ah, whatever. There's
Dear Mario, please come to the
yeah,
table.
they added some design on the text.
Yours truly, Princess Toadstool. Peach.
So this is a lot better than like any of the ports. I guess you could say it's one of the best ports that are ever done by fans. Like I said, you need your own copy. You can get the copy. You can change from 60 FPS to original FPS. There's Lakitu. I wonder if I can do the Lakitu's skip. So there's no stuff you can do with this. As you can see, the model's really good right there, the one I chose. And yeah, it's like the original text. If you want to read that. So if you want to change the model, basically you just gotta press start and then see the Z DynOS, press the Z button, at least the one assigned. So you're gonna scroll down to Model Packs. So, and then basically this changes Mario's model. See, you can enable, disable. And if we go back, see, this is the original Mario, blocky Mario, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. And then click Z, let's change him to the new improved Mario model right there. It's like the box art Mario. It doesn't look as blocky, it looks more round. And detail, or the shadows are really good and all that. It's like more clay looking, plastic clay looking, like in the original N64 box art. You got all the moves, triple jump, you can do the dive, you can do the flip if you run forward and then go back, so you can do that. You can hold Z and then long jump. Yeah, you can do all the moves. Really smooth. So if you go back to start, and then press R, you can go here, game, what's this? You can change the language, pre-cache textures, I'm not gonna mess with that. Go to camera if you want to change free camera, enable, I got analog camera, so I'm just gonna let the game decide, like the original. There's a lot of choices here, see? You can sensitivity, adjust it. If you go to controls, you can map your buttons right there. So basically, to map it, you're gonna choose this and then you press which button. There you go. Choose the, and then you can have multiple, I guess if you're playing another gamepad or keyboard or whatever. And then if for B button, you press A again and then press B and then it assigns it. Then once you're done, everything is, so if you want to change the dead zone, I don't need to, and I don't really have rumble. This one doesn't have any rumble. So you're done, then you go back and then go to display if you want to change display. This one's full screen. If you want to change the full screen or this disabled full screen, somehow I don't know, it doesn't make it move for some reason. And then, I mean, it's stuck for some reason. It makes it stuck. Maybe if I adjust something real quick. Maybe if I adjust it. Let's see. What if I adjust something really quick? Okay. There we go. Now it's almost like full screen. For some reason, it doesn't move. Like it freezes. See, look, watch. And then I click apply. Okay, it works. Okay. And then go to 60 FPS. If you want to change it, disable, it'll go back to the original. See, it's not as fast. Or actually, it's going really fast. 60 FPS. It's going faster than 60 FPS. See, watch. Oh, look. Yeah, it's way faster than 60 frames. So if we enable display again, okay, it's back to normal. Draw distance, if you want to change that, you can change the HUD. And then once you're done with all your choices, and you just click on apply. Click apply and then go back. If you want to change some sounds, volume, you can change the volume levels and the music, special effects. You can enable all these other stuff or mute it, you can, but I'm gonna leave it. You know, if you want to exit the game, it'll exit to the, oh, it'll completely exit it. If you want to enable cheats, you go down here, and then you basically enable cheats if you want to enable. Classic. See, these are all the in God mode, infinite life. So you go to classic, that's the for the cheats. There's a ton of them right here. Or not really a ton, but you can modify some stuff. So yeah, you can mess around. So it's all here. This is basically the definitive. Yahoo! And then if you press C up, you can change into this camera view like this. Exit. And then the left and C button rotates the camera. The down C button does that, it zooms out, and then the up zooms in. We're gonna leave it on this. I don't want to be the Nikitas. Skip. Ah, nope, I didn't get to do it. Sometimes I could do it, but I can't do it this time. We're gonna do some walls. We're gonna do the wall jump. It's another right there. Like that. I'm looking good, right? It's like, yeah, HD. I didn't like hard to look at this. Probably really upgrade Toad's model. Should have upgraded all the models. Okay, let's go to the first. Over here. Let's go to the first one. It shouldn't be a problem.
Let's go!
Problem. We're gonna fight Rainbow Bound. I haven't played this game. Oh crap. No problem. Oops. Got that, okay. No, I did it too far. Crap. I messed up on this. Like I said, I haven't played this in forever. Probably been years. I don't know, like maybe over a decade. I mean, I played on the original N64. So, forgive me. Whoa. I think there's a teleporter here if you go in here. Oh, wait. There we go. You can even see the particles when it's added that detail. Like bomb. Basically, you just go behind him and throw him. If you throw him, it'll. See, I like the shadows they added. So if you throw him down here, it'll just jump back up. And it's not gonna count. Boom. It's gonna start over. So don't do that. Yeah, the models. They don't look blocky anymore. They look more like the box art. It should take like three just do the back. Done. Should be it. First star.
Here we go!
Here we go. I forgot the actor's name who voiced Mario. It's Charles Martinet, right? Save and quit, continue, don't save. So we got a star. So if you wanna get more stars, and just keep doing it. And then,
Let's go!
okay, we're done. I'll do a full. What do you got? A full playthrough, a full run. I don't know if I can speedrun this. Exit course. You can exit like the original. So there you go. Super Mario 64 RTX Render96 PC port. Whatever. There you go. Go mess around and that's it. So hope you enjoyed this tutorial. And thanks for watching. Like this video, subscribe, and share it. And thanks for watching. Like I said, this Render96 doesn't have the game. You have to have the game. You have to have the game. You know, I'm not gonna provide that for you, so you're gonna have to find that yourself. You're gonna have to supply your own, the game. So, like I said, this doesn't have the assets. It's not gonna work on its own. You're gonna need the game for this to work. Triple jump basically just press it 3 times like that. And if you hold Z and then press A, you get backflip. 1, 2, 3. And if you hold Z, or no, don't hold it, just press Z and A, you do that long jump. And while running, if you press A then B, you do that. I've seen speedrunners do this. And if you immediately press back and A at the same time while running forward, okay, you're running forward, right? Then press back. You'll do a backflip. Depending on where you're looking at, if you're running this way, you'll either see you're pressing back, so you're gonna have to press forward for him to do a backflip and A at the same time, depending on the angle. So it's the opposite of where you're gonna do the back. Let's say you're running right, you're gonna press left immediately and A at the same time. And if you're running left, you're gonna press right and A at the same time. So this way, you're gonna press forward if you're running back like this. See, you'll do a backflip. And if you're running forward, you're gonna press back. Like I said, it's the opposite. Press the opposite of what it is. And then if you climb up and then press up and then press A, he'll do this. You just climb a tree. Oh, yeah. Okay. Done. Oh yeah, I forgot one thing I want to include. I'll show you guys how to enable the packs for this game. So we're gonna start right away so I can show you guys. So you're here, right? So I've shown you guys how to enable by pressing pause, start, and then pressing Z on your, at least once you map your controls. Okay, just want to make sure. Okay, so I've mapped mine to this. See? And then you press Z to access DynOS. So you want to go, once you press Z, you're gonna go down to Model Packs. To enable Mario, you press version 3.2. See, it's gonna change Mario. And to enable the DynOS, see, I'll first show you guys the normal and exit. So you look at the trees, you'll notice the difference. It'll also change the, let's go back to Z to go to Model Packs, and then so you scroll down to enable Render96 DynOS version 3.2 for the environment like the trees, even Toad. See, notice the trees look rounder and a lot better. So if you also want to do the same thing for Luigi and Wario, you can just enable all of them, because I think they're playable here later on.
Yeah! Woohoo! Yippee! Woo! Wah! Yahoo!
So let's go inside. Let's see what you got.
Wah!
See, look at Toad. See, and then if we go here and then access the press start, pause, and then Z as in Zelda. So then scroll down to Model Packs. If you disable DynOS, you can tell, see, Toad goes back to the original. And then if you enable it again, boom, he's the upgraded. So there you go.
Yeah! Yeah!
Yeah, simple. I'm sure they'll do more updates later on, I guess, or something.
Yahoo!
See what else they...
Let's go! Woo! Yeah! Yahoo! Yahoo!
See, look at the Goombas. They don't look like the Goombas, but... See. Pause again, access DynOS. Got the Model Packs, and then disable. See, look at the Goombas. This is original, this is the DynOS, or DynOS version 3.2 enabled. Let's keep going. See what else. See, where's that Koopa? See if we can try it. There's that rideable Koopa here somewhere. Definitely made the trees surround it much more. Wait, is the texture different for this? Let's see. That only affects certain things. What about oh look, it's also changed for what's his name? Chain Chomp. So if we press Z again, Model Packs, see, you can see the difference. Just check the things out and see what's changed when you enable DynOS.
Yahoo! Yahoo!
And the bombs, let's see. Yeah, they changed too. They're much more closer to the box art, at least in the manual.
Yahoo!
What about the signs are also changed.
Yahoo!
So yeah, you might want to enable these, and let's see these what do you call these, bowling balls or wrecking balls, whatever. Let's see if they're changed. Yeah, even they're changed. I guess they're much more realistic looking around there. Oh. Whoops, exit. My bad. But you get my whatever. Let's go to King Bob Bomb. See if he's also different.
Let's go! Wah! Wah! Woohoo! Yippee! Woohoo!
These Goombas look more like the ones in Super Mario World. Is that what they're trying to go for? But I kind of like the original Goombas, because they look more like the ones in Super Mario Bros. And Super Mario Bros. 2. Ow. Definitely go here. Okay, let's see. See the difference with King Bubba. Yeah, he's different too, see? Much more detailed. If you disable this, it's the original, and then when you enable it, much more detail. So you make sure you go to Model Packs. Like I said, to access that, you pause, press Z, as in Zelda. When you press Z, you'll be sent to this DynOS menu, and scroll down to Model Packs. See, it allows you to warp to level, warp to castle, restart level, exit, return to main menu, or enable Model Packs. I enable all of them, so if you wanna, our options. So yeah, if you press Z again, it'll return you to this. So yeah, just mess around with it. A lot of stuff.
Yeah! 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 Aha! Yeah! Yeah!
I think he's making the same sounds. Use the same sound for the womps. I mean, not the womp, the twomps.
Yeah!
Twomp.
Yeah!
So yeah, there you go. Just wanted to show you guys. I forgot to include this. So yeah, let's look at the star. There you go. Let's go to Z again. Model Packs. Yeah, even the stars are changed. Original, new. It's much more round and three more like rounder, or at least more.
Here we go!
It's not as blocky as the original, so you can actually tell it's more HD or upgraded. If we go to the, let's see, this is much more evident if you go to the, turn to the main menu.
Press start to play.
So if we leave it here, we'll see, there you go, there's Bowser. See, look how more detailed it is compared to the previous, when DynOS was disabled. Now that it's enabled, Bowser looks more detailed.
So long, Bowser!
What's up, guys? So I'm gonna be doing what's up, guys? I'm gonna be showing you guys how to basically enable the detailed textures on the background. So first, what you want to do is go to the pause menu. This is something I forgot to add. So press start. Once you've mapped your buttons, see, I mapped mine to this. So now you gotta go to press pause and start. Press Z as in Zelda, which will get you to the DynOS menu, and then scroll down to Model Packs. If it's not enabled yet, make sure you see. Let's say it's disabled, right? So you'll notice that the trees. Pay attention to the trees and design. See. Let's go ahead, start, and then go to Z for DynOS menu, and then go to Model Packs. Then you enable all these. Luigi, Mario. As you can see, the model for Mario is more detailed. It's like in the box art, and then Wario as well, might as well. The DynOS, see Render96 DynOS version 3.2. If you enable this, you'll see the trees in the background and the sign be more detailed. So you'll see and compare. It's more round edges and okay, let's go inside. See what else is affected. Let's look at Toads. As you can see, Toad, right? If you pause, start, which is the start button, and then press Z for Zelda, Z, and then scroll down to Model Packs. If you disable the DynOS, see his model goes back to the original. And if you enable it, see it's more detailed. Let's go to the Bob gallery. I think the coins are also more different. See, do the same thing for model see. It's see how the frame rate for the coins are from the older. And if you pause, you press Z and then go on Model Packs. See, it's more detailed. You know, the frame rates are also, there's more frame rate. We'll try some levels so you guys can see the difference.
Let's go.
We'll try. Last time I went to Bob we'll go to the snow place.
Let's go.
Oops. If you look at the penguin on Model Packs and then go to DynOS, see the model for the penguin is also different. It's chunkier. The trees, snow trees. See? They look more detailed. Look at the mom penguin. Go again to pause, Z, and then Model Packs. Disable DynOS. See, it's the original one. Here's the more blocky, the original. The DynOS enabled is more rounded. You know, so that it matches the box art. That's probably what it's going for. Go ahead and exit. We'll check out Bowser. Okay, so we'll go and fight Bowser again. Let's see. If you look at the Goombas, see, pause, press Z, Model Packs. Even the blocks looks, yeah, it's enabled. It's more, you can see the more, it pops out more, the shadows. This looks like the Goombas from Super Mario World instead of Super Mario Bros. The original. See, this is the original. That's really the best video. That was a bad one. Let's see. Yeah, the pipes too. See, it's not as blocky, it's more round. Disable DynOS. See, this original one, you can see the polygon edges. It's more sharp. But this one, it makes it rounder like an actual pipe. And if we stick with the browser. Now this is the upgraded browser. Pause. Auto model or pause. Press Z. Model packs and then DynOS. Disable that. Original browser blocky. This is your new one. Let's look at the back, the shell. See, it's blocky. And then boom, round. It's nice.
So long, Bowser!
Oh, I messed up.
Here we go! Here we go!
There we go. See the difference. Rounder edges, more detail, texture, and let's look at the keys. I think those spike things the bombs, spike bombs. Let's look at the key. Even the key is different. See, here's more blocky looking. See? And now the DynOS shinier and not rounder. Let's look at these things right here. Look at that bomb. See? This disabled. But if once you enable it, oops. Enable more round and the detail. So yeah, definitely improved it.
Here we go!
Okay, help yourselves, and that's it. Let's look at the wing cap. Let's look at the wing cap. Is it more different too? The button though, see, it's different. Here, it's enabled is more round. Here, it's more block. And also the block right there, the question, the exclamation point block. So yeah, they can definitely add more. Yeah, I can see. Okay. Oh yeah, the ghost. Let's go to the ghost. There's the blue. Let's look at the blue. Can definitely tell on the trees. That's where it's more. See, it's more flat looking, like 2D looking. But this new one, yeah, it's more 3D looking. If you look at the blue, this one's look more like the Super Mario World blue. Pause, Model Packs, disable. See, they look more blocky. The face looks more like, you know, it doesn't look realistic, but if you look at the, what do you call it? pause and then enable. There you go. See, it's closer to the original art. And at least the newer versions. And the door, yeah, the door. Look at the door. It's the original one. Look at the doorknob. Enable it. It's more round, so yeah, there you go. So yeah, it's definitely a new way of looking at this game. It's closer to the box art.
Whoa!
Yeah!
Thanks for watching. Hope this helps you out and try out this Render96 yourself. And thanks for watching. Like I said, make sure you have your own, copy or dump your own game and figure it out for yourself. And alright, thanks for watching. Like this video, share it, subscribe, hit the bell icon so you can get my latest notification and uploads. And thanks for watching. Then I'm gonna go mess around some more. If you leave him long enough, he'll fall asleep. You guys already know.
I'm tired.
I like his eyes. And if you keep leaving him longer, here you go. Nap time. I said nap time, so later. You can rotate the camera while he sleeps, but if you press a button, he'll wake back up. Yeah, later.